there, welcome back to Build the Boys. You now have issue 39 of Hachette's Build the Batmobile Tumbler. Still wires, kids, still wires. I know what to tell you. I'd like to tell you something, different, but it's not. We've got a lifting motor. But we are plugging all the other ones in as well. I was hoping we could beat a record with this one, but all the other wires we've built up to this stage are all going to be plugged into the motherboard, and that signifies the end of the wires. That's a beautiful thing. We're done with the wires. Now, in the next one, we're building a remote control. All right. It's not, I'm sure it's not what you wanted. You just want the end of the wires and that be it. But we're building a remote control. Is what it is. But it's not wires. That's what it's not. And we're done with the wires. And at 40, we're going to test all the electrics to make sure they all work. So that'll be nice to see. And then we have lots of good stuff coming. I promise you. On the next one, there's going to be big old box of stuff, but we'll talk about that in issue 40. At the end of this one, in our back chat, we are talking about one of the worst, if not the worst superheroes ever made, which, again, I don't know what was going on with DC, but they thought this was going to be their salvation. It really, really, really wasn't, and nearly killed the Dark Knight trilogy. It nearly killed the Nolan trilogy. But we'll talk about what that is at the end of this one. If you haven't yet, please remember to like and subscribe. Helps us massively. Without further ado, let's get this one open. Let's get these wires finished. Okay, so this is what we get with 39. A 7-0. But irrelevant or needed, and it's the last time for a while at least we will be doing any wiring at all. So we're going to take this one out. What's this one? This is 32, so we know where that's going. I'm going to pull this cord over here. No. Yes. Yep. It's 32 over here next to our other horizontal motor. That goes in there. So that's all for the new ones. Now what we're going to do is all of the wires we have made so far, we are going to plug into the circuit board. So that includes our battery box that we've got here. Now you're going to need 8 AAAs to run this. So you might want to invest in shares in a battery company, because this is going to take a lot of batteries to get going. Right, so 11 is going to go to 11, quite simply. Wrong way up. So that one's in there. So that's that one done. Now we take out all our other wires. God, there's a lot of them. Yeah, I mean, it's been rough going, right, kids? It has. Let's not lie. It's been it's not been fun, has it? Is what it's not been. But we're over it now. Why they chose to do it this way, I don't know, because you could have just thrown in a random wire at stages. But I've got a feeling I know why, and I think it's going to be explained in the next pack that we get. So this is number 12. So 12 goes over here. So 12 is going to go in there like so. That's that one done. Okay, then we're going to take what is going to be the on and off switch, and this is number 5. It's 5 and 5. There's 5 there. So that's 5. What else have we got? We have these LEDs here, and this is this rainbow wire, and that's number 7. So that's going to go in over there. So 7 goes in there. We have the LED strip here, this one. And this is number... Not a clue, because mine's all... it's number 10. Mine's got someone's 1 stuck to it, so someone out there's got a 0 putting their hair out trying to figure out where it goes. So that goes in there like so. That one in. And then we have one more, which is another rainbow wire, which is this one here, and it is number 1. And that's going to go in our board over here. Oh, there's another one. There's a speaker. I forgot about the speaker. So it goes in there. Now we have one empty socket left on our circuit board, and that's going to be for our speaker over here, and that is number... see, that's not 10. Bloody hell. Right, take that out. Done that wrong. That's got to be 9. It is 9. Mine looks mental. Right, so 9 goes over there. So that's where this one goes. That's 9, not 10. And then our speaker over there, number 10, will just go in here. And that's it. So the whole board is now wired up. There's nothing left to go on the board. Beautiful, beautiful news. That's it for our wires. We have this big mess of crap of wires. Got to straighten all those out. And the next one, we're building the remote control. Let's have a chat. One done. That's our wiring done. There are no more sockets on the board. So all our wires are done. Now in the next one, we are going to be building a remote control. We're going to be putting batteries into the battery box, and we're going to see if all this wiring works, which is a good thing, because at least you're finding out now. So if there are any problems with your wires, now is when you find out. There's still time to get replacements for it from Hachette. You're not finding out a year from now. But that is the end of the wires. I'm sure there'll be some random wire will pop up at some point, but that's all our electrics done, which is weird. To start this early and have the electrics done when we don't have a chassis is weird, but I think there's a reason for it. I genuinely think there is a very genuine reason for it, based on what I know is coming up in the next 6. So we'll talk about that in the next one. In issue 40, we'll finish up the month we build the remote control, which again, it's a bit weird. We're building a remote control now. You're not going to need it for a very long time. Should have been issue 140, that one, but it is what it is. It means we can test. If you're just sticking around with the build instructions, thank you for stopping by. Please remember to like and subscribe. It helps the channel massively. We love having you along for the journey. If you are sticking around for our bat chat, we are talking about the final terrible DC property before the Dark Knight trilogy appeared. And it was so bad. Again, you think, did you learn nothing? Have you learned nothing from the films you made in the past? And have you learned nothing from the films that are currently being released? Because at this point, you've got X-Men, Spider-Man, Blade 2, all these just great superhero movies. X-Men 2, and they go, you know what, this is money, we're going with this one. And this is a Batman movie. As much as we'll say it's not, it is this one. Catwoman. Now, believe it or not, that's actually the 5th Batman movie, because it is canon to the original Batman movies. And I'll tell you why a little bit later on, but it's in that same universe. So it's in the same universe as the original 4 Batman movies. It is. I get the idea. I get it, but the execution of this is so bad. So, oh God, right. There's nothing positive about this. This is Catwoman's basically a cat in this movie. That's what they base it on. Catwoman was a clever name for a kind of cat burglar, is what it was. So she was very stealthy, very cat-like, and that was kind of it. I mean, she wasn't a cat, right? Whereas this one's like, no, she has the powers of a cat. And it's like, what? That means she can knock things off tables and but it's, yeah, that's what they go for. The whole story is ridiculous. So Sharon Stone's a villain in this one. She works for a beauty product company, and the reason why this is so funny, this is true, that all the cosmetics she used was made her kept her young. Sharon Stone, she ain't young, has kept her turned her skin to almost like concrete, so you can't hurt her because all the cosmetics have made her like are you serious? There's a really funny scene of Catwoman running like a cat in this, and it's just bad. But you find out there's this whole lineage of cat women. So the cat women go all the way back to Cleopatra and the cats of ancient Egypt. If you're listening to this sounds made up. No, swear to God, the cats of ancient Egypt, and a cat woman has took the mantle throughout time, and the last one was Selena Kyle. So you see pictures of Michelle Pfeiffer as Selena Kyle. So Selena Kyle, that makes it canon, that makes it part of this. And Halle Berry is the new Catwoman. And they were obviously confident, because this ends on kind of like more to come. And the belief is that this was done to sort of usher in a new Batman movie, where they're like, what we'll do is, rather than just go full Batman, we'll ease in with Catwoman. People really like Catwoman, and they'll be like, hey, it'd be good if Batman was in it, then we can bring Batman in. Yeah, that didn't work, right? So it absolutely bombed. I mean, it was terrible. I can remember when they announced this thinking, all right, yeah, okay, I'll take a look at it. The first trailers came out, we're like, that looks bloody awful. That looks terrible. I mean, you got that thing where they put all the best bits in the trailer, watch the trailer for Catwoman and go, this is the best bits. It must be really bad. And it is. And again, it's just these frustrating things like, how are you not getting it? How are you not getting that your last hit was 1992's Batman Returns, which was dark as hell and edgy as hell? That was your last hit. Every single thing you've tried to do since, where you've made it camp and funny and kind of family, and it hasn't worked. But still, here they are. Here's more and more and more. What's remarkable about this? In the same year that came out, Halle Berry won the Oscar. Not for Catwoman, but she was also in Monsters Ball. So she actually won the Razzie Award for Worst Actress and the Academy Award for Best Actress in the same weekend, which is remarkable. But there's a little footnote for you. But Catwoman it's part of the DC franchise. It's just the way it is. So it is, theoretically, it's the 5th Batman movie in that series. And it nearly killed dead the Nolan trilogy. They're working on the Nolan trilogy, and this made them go, we need to pull the funding. We need to pull the funding. We need to scale this back because people don't want Batman. People do want Batman. What they don't want is some stupid bloody Catwoman film about a cosmetics company that is torturing cats, and Catwoman's gonna, oh come on, it was ridiculous. But it nearly killed the Nolan trilogy because it did so bad. They were like, oh god, and we're making a Batman film at the moment because it was in pre-production. However, bizarrely, something would save it. Another DC property would save the Nolan trilogy from having its funding pulled and having all its cancellations with its early screenings and its very dark tone. Pretty much saved the Nolan trilogy from being shelved or having production ceased on it. And we will talk about what that is in the next one, in issue 40, to finish out this pack. We're building the remote control. If that is, that's all from me. In a world we can be everything at all, just be nice. I'll be back very soon with issue 40. And remember, Gotham needs us.